Bears will have the first chance to win this thing as we are underway here in overtime. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have fought hard to reach this point. They got the ball first. Remember, though, even if they score, it would quiet this crowd, but it doesn't end the game. But a chance to put a solid drive together here and at least get 3 and hopefully for them a touchdown. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Oh, it's deep for Duvernay. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. 57 yards.
A 57-yard gain. First down, Bears.
Well, in overtime, I think Coach is always wondering where's that magic line for my kicker. They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash, what do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Second down and 6 now. Off the play fake, it's Williams. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Lucas Van Ness picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold it, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Packers ready to take over offensively. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously a touchdown would win it. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
First down.
What can Love do in the OT? He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he's got this down to the 35. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Love. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive. but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Able to find his man, Kraft. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially keep this game alive at OT. And he got it. It's good. They answer with a field goal of their own to send this game into sudden death. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles. My palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the 3rd drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
That's complete right side to Kmet. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Chicago.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Here's Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And that nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, we'll get another shot on 3rd down. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. It's taken to the 26. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. All right, Charles, so this offense, they need to mount something here. Time is dwindling, They can't get anything going on this drive. This one might end in the tie.
Yeah, that clock putting a little extra pressure on them, right? So now, as you look at the playbook, what are you breaking out? Is there something you haven't used before? Is there something you used earlier that you can go back to? Or can one of your guys just make one of those big-time plays that decides this game?
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Hands it off out of the gun. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Now Love. A short throw to Musgrave.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
At the 29-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And this will be a 1st down as well, but the clock continues to move. Love. Now he's going to step up and run. The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, at the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial.
Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
Well, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and very rarely in the National Football League you tie. But that's what we had here. Each team with a field goal in the extra session, but nobody could separate.
I'm glad you went in that direction because I thought the next thing was going to be, and sometimes it rains, but that's not really the case here, right? Look, if this is college football, they keep playing. You know, they're going to break that tie and continue to go how many overtimes it takes. Postseason football, we're still playing. But it's the regular season. You get 1 extra period to decide it. This one, we get field goals on each side. And guess what? The end result's the same. Tie, off we go. Let's move on to the next one.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.